You smell that? Somebody's in the kitchen, and I think it's Bungie. Oh, because Bungie cooked. Oh shit, Bungie's still cooking. Actually, they ain't cooked. They cooking. They got the ingredients. They said, what's that French pute? And my God, they cooking. They are cooking. But hey, welcome back to another video. Okay, I know my last video was like 2 months ago, but this video actually perfectly is the sequel of my last video. So the last video, if you guys didn't know or didn't watch it or don't remember, is a game made for everyone is a game made for no one. That is something I try to dive deep into in that last video. So you guys haven't seen it, I'll give you a little core basis right now. So basically what you're seeing, right, is gameplay of the final shape. Yes, I'm talking about the final shape. My bad, not a good intro. But I'm talking about the final shape here. It's still gonna be no spoilers. The gameplay is no spoilers. There's nothing going on in it. It's just me roaming around the first part of the free roaming area. Absolutely no spoilers, so you guys don't worry about that. And I'm not gonna talk about story spoilers at all in this. Just my impressions, my opinions, and stuff like that, right? But in my last video, I said, hey, a game made for everyone's a game made for no one. And I was alluding to Destiny Lightfall, of how that was made for everyone to play and try to enjoy and get answers the little ways we go. In the process of doing that, nobody really enjoyed the expansion. They enjoyed the quality of life, they enjoyed the gameplay, they enjoyed Strand, but they did not enjoy the story, which was pretty much what we're all there for. It's the prequel to the ending of this saga. So we wanted some answers to some things, and all it did was ask some questions and some things. So here we are with Final Shape. And I remember saying, hey, Final Shape needs to be an expansion created for the people that have been here for 8 to 10 years playing Destiny. It had to be for those people. Like I alluded to, it had to be the Avengers Endgame. It had to be the Avengers Infinity War. Those movies were created for the fans that have been there. If you look at the movie by itself, maybe it's not a good movie to the outside viewer. It has cool visuals, cool fight scenes, but maybe every detail in it goes over the head, and you just don't view it as the best movie possible because it wasn't made for you, right? That's how I view, or that's how I wanted to view the final shape. That's how I wanted Bungie to take the final shape. Like, hey, we lost a couple trust in our players. We don't know what the story is right now, and we really got to buckle down and figure out what this expansion is. And we really had to hone in on our core audience. And thankfully, I am here today after a weekend. I know this isn't like, oh, good timing on the YouTube part, because usually you get your review a day of or the day after the expansion comes out. But I want to sit a little bit, sometimes after a week or in that week process, we're like, oh man, this is the greatest thing I ever played in my life. I did that with Starfield. I said, hey man, this is the funnest game I've played in a minute. This is the best Bethesda game I've played in a minute. But now that I go back to it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? What is this game? So yeah, let it marinate a little bit, you know what I mean? But I'm happy to say in this room right now with the sunshine beaming on these beautiful emerald eyes that, my God, Final Shape is a unbelievable expansion. Absolutely unbelievable. Like I said, I'm not going to dive into story things or spoilers or anything like that. But what I will say, this is the expansion that every Destiny player knew that Bungie could make. This is the game that Bungie could make. These are the creators of Halo. That's what we needed Bungie to remember, that hey, you guys are legit. Like, you're not some small studio that the underdog and stuff like. No, you guys are legendary. So make a legendary expansion. And a lot of people go, hey man, like, why do you play Destiny for 10 years? You're always complaining about this, complaining about that, complaining about this. You always get burned. You always lose trust during these expansion processes. And yeah, you do. But in the back of our heads, we're like, man, we know that Bungie is like this close to giving us something that's sensational. And thankfully, with their back against the wall, with their losing of trust of a lot of people, with Sony kind of like, what you doing over there, brother? They gave us an expansion that is unlike any other they have ever came out with. This is the most fun I had on a first-person shooter since maybe Black Ops 2 and Halo Reach, whatever came out first. But what I mean by that is like first-person shooter game, narrative and gameplay is the most fun I've ever had in my life. Honest to God, like that doesn't mean like Spider-Man 2 and God of War. No, I'm talking about first-person shooters, and for Bungie to do it on the last one, or perceivably the last expansion of this storyline, is absolutely sensational. Like I said, this expansion is not made for people who are trying to hop on to Destiny. Is it going to be fun as hell? Yeah, of course. The game is unbelievably fun. There's a lot of quality of life changes they made, and it's the new prismatic abilities, the new weapons they put in there. It's completely fun. And if you were to jump on, it is fun, and it's easier as it's ever been to jump onto Destiny now than it was in the past. They changed a lot of progression things. They changed a lot of interface things. They changed a lot of customizations, loadouts. Everything is easier now for a person who's never played Destiny to jump on now and understand it. It's as easy as ever been. I promise you. I promise you. But now, for people who've been there, right? The narrative, like I said, it's no spoilers, but the narrative is unbelievable. It's unbelievable because we get character stories. We get personal stories. It's a very personal and thought-oriented narrative. For it to be end of the world and paracausal energy and charismatic abilities that make no sense, they finally said, hey, you know what? Instead of asking questions, we're going to give you answers. And that's all we wanted. If Bife and Mylan YouTube channels are feasting, then you made a good expansion. You know what I mean? You finally answered questions instead of asking questions. And for the first time, it feels amazing. You latch on to every dialogue that's spoken to Zavala, Ikora, Cade. You latch on to everything. I never gave a fuck about Crow. Not a single bit. He's cool. Okay, he got a cool fit on. He got a cool gun, but alright, cool. This expansion, brother's different. Brother's different. I care about what he's saying. And the dialogue exchanges between Ikora and Zavala when it comes to faith and borderline religion, because it's a sketchy topic, you know what I mean? Like, you're talking about faith and religion in a lot of these narratives, and the fact that they answered questions to faith and questioned religion at the same time is kind of crazy, because, you kind of stay away from that. But there's a lot of hidden Easter eggs, hidden dialogues about the Traveler, about what it is, what it consists of, what the enemy is. It's a lot of answers being given to us, and it's amazing, and it's a very personal story at the same time. You feel like you're at the end of the line, you're at the end of this world, and there's some things you've never seen before, but it still feels like it's just you, your fire team, and just a group of the main characters going through it. And it's absolutely unbelievable. The cinematics in the game are unbelievable. You know how 343 redid Halo 2 in the Master Chief Collection? If you guys haven't played that, basically they redid every cutscene in the Halo 2 thing for its anniversary. So they did the gameplay, and then they did the cutscenes, and there was like, you know how Diablo cinematic trailers are, like the crazy CGI type stuff? That's how the Halo 2 things were, and 343 did that. for Bungie and Final Shape, it's the same approach. All the cutscenes are that crazy quality CGI type look, and the voice acting, the fucking motion capture, whatever they did to create that was unbelievable. The soundtrack is unbelievable. They have one soundtrack on there. They have two actually. One that makes you like fade away into the fucking ethos of peaceful bliss, and it's like, my God, it's the most beautiful thing I ever heard. And two, they got a song on there that sounds a lot like a Halo song, but instead of a guitar, it sounds like a giant drum beating. And as soon as that comes on, booga booga, shoot shoot, everything is like amped up to 10 because it's so damn fun. But that's the narrative. The gameplay. Woo! Woo! Somehow, Bungie gave us a new subclass called Prismatic. It combines all of our classes together. Void, Stasis, Solar, Strand. I'm missing one. Solar, I think I said it. Arc. Combines all those classes together into one. And it sounds very complicated. It sounds confusing. When it gives you that wall of dialogue, it's like, yeah, I don't know what that said, but all right. Let me tell you, when you start using it, it feels like it's like, where has this been all my life? It feels like this is the perfect form of Destiny. And I think that's what I'm trying to get to right now, is like the Final Shape is the perfect form of Destiny. I'm happy all the reviews saying it. I know so there's some review bombing in like the first day because there's a lot of server issues with going with like matchmaking and stuff like that. So I understand like the bombing of those reviews, but this is the perfect form of Destiny at the moment. This is what some may say the final shape of Destiny. You see what I did it? I'm kind of clever. But I think, in my opinion, this is the most trust we've ever had in Bungie. This is the most faith we've had in the future of Bungie and Destiny. They really buckled down on saying, hey, Destiny 2 is not over. Destiny 3 might be happening, but it is way over there. Way over there. Like, you won't be seeing that in a very long time. Destiny 2 is here to stay with the Echoes. I won't spoil that at all, but they have the Echoes. They have the Frontiers coming in 2025. None of us know what that is, but it's safe to say Destiny 2 is here to stay, and my God, I am feasting all over it. So basically, a recap: if you want to play Final Shape, play the Final Shape. That is a absolutely sensational expansion, and I love every single bit of it, right? It's absolutely amazing, from the narrative, from the gameplay, from the soundtrack, from the cutscenes, from everything you could think of, from the lore. It is amazing. That's pretty much it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know if there's any feedback I can get from this video. If you guys like what I talked about, if you guys want to see another video of me talking about the spoilers or anything like that, let me know. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and see you next time.